Hey guys, I'm Sarah Fonger and I'm a videographer based out of Ontario, Canada. In this video, I'm going to show you how to shoot and edit an interview of someone who doesn't speak the same language as you using Google Translate.
Pelo mundo, me dava muita vontade de largar tudo e fazer algo assim.
I was hired by this company that takes people on bike touring trips, and I was hired to make social media videos while I was on their tour in Africa. One of the riders on the tour didn't speak much English, and I needed to interview him for a video that I was making. Being that I was traveling through remote places in Africa, had quick deadlines, limited resources, and no access to a Portuguese translator, Google Translate ended up being my best bet. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I did and what you could do if you found yourself in a similar situation. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download the Google Translate app onto your phone. Then you're going to want to download the specific languages that you're going to be translating to. So before we do anything, we want to communicate to our interviewee through Google Translate. We want to ask them for an interview, learn a little bit more about them, and explain to them what we're looking to get out of the video. We just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Next, you want to write out all the questions you have for your interviewee in the language that you speak. Then, one by one, we're going to translate each question from our language to their language. So after we're done this, we're going to give the questions to our interviewee ahead of time so that they can read through them and kind of think of what their answers might be and just get back to us if there's any issues with the wording or they don't understand exactly what we meant. So once all of this is completed and you're ready for the interview, have your subject read through each question one by one and then answer them out loud to the camera. Having your interviewee read the question or hold up a 1, 2, 3, depending on what question it is, will help you kind of have a place marker when you watch your video back so you know exactly what question you're on. If you have time during your interview, something that is helpful is having your interviewee write out exactly what they said after they've answered one of your questions. This is going to give us a very accurate transcript of our interview, and it's going to potentially make it easier for us to translate it after the fact. Now, if you don't have time for this, there's no need to worry because Google Translate actually has this voice function. And what this does is when we hold our phone next to our laptop while our interview is playing back, it's going to write out exactly what that person said in their language and then translate it into our language.
Numa praia muito bonita e a minha cidade vive de temporadas.
So when I did it this way, I copied and pasted what Google Translate gave me back in my language and put it into a Word document. So then I had a Word document full of my interviewee's answers in English instead of Portuguese. The reality is, after you get your translation back, it is going to be in broken English and you are going to have to go through and edit it so that the sentences make sense. The key here is to get what the speaker intended across to your audience. So you may have to move words around, you may have to change words slightly. It's not going to be perfect, but close enough is okay. So this is a step where you could potentially find a human translator online and use them instead of Google Translate if you wanted a more accurate translation. Sites like Fiverr allow you to purchase a translator in many different languages, and I haven't tried this out, but I would recommend using it if you wanted to try something a little bit different than Google Translate. So once we've gone through and edited our transcript and it's in good solid sentences, we are going to start editing our video. So we're going to go into our editing program and cut our clips so they're organized by answer. So it should go answer 1, answer 2, answer 3, and so on. Then we're going to color code the answers. So we're going to right click on our video clip, click label, and then pick a color for each answer of a question. Then we're going to create a color key that shows us what question goes with what color. And this is just going to help us out a bit better while we're editing because we can look at a specific color of a clip and know immediately what question it came from. So now we're going to go back into our Word document and we're going to go through and we're going to highlight parts of our answers that we like, that we might include in our video. So we're going to go back into our editing software and do our best to cut these clips where the pieces we want are. This can be a little tricky if you don't know any words in the language that you're interviewing. So I'd recommend looking up what the words are at the beginning of every clip you want. For example, I know that porque means because in Portuguese. So this helps me find exactly where I want to cut my clips. Because I know when he says porque, he's in a certain spot.
Eu decidi fazer o tour de África porque sempre quis fazer uma grande aventura.
Same with other words like pequena, pequena, pequena. I don't think I'm saying that right. But I learned small Portuguese words, and this helped me figure out exactly where I was in my video and line up my transcript with my video clips.
Eu não falo, consigo compreender uma pequena parte.
So now we're going to get rid of the pieces that we don't think we're going to use. And then once we've done that, we're ready to caption the pieces that we're pretty sure we're going to use. A good way to edit things down even more is to take all the phrases that we've highlighted, copy and paste them below our transcript, and kind of move them around so we can kind of see what the edit's going to look like, and we can get rid of sentences or phrases that aren't useful to drive our story forward and that we just don't need. The next step is to put captions on our video, and captions can be quite time consuming, so the less clips we have to caption, the better. So we're going to go to File, New, Legacy Title, and we're going to add text to our screen. Once we're happy with it, we're going to X out of it and drag it over top of our clip. Then we're going to duplicate it, double click on our new title, and then add the next sentence. And we're going to keep doing this until everything has been captioned and we know exactly what every clip is saying. For all intents and purposes, now the video is in our language, in this case, English. So now we can go about editing as we normally would. We can add B-roll, music, photos, and whatever else we'd like to include in our edit.
Todas as vezes que via ciclistas rodando, fazendo grandes viagens pelo mundo, me dava muita vontade de largar tudo e fazer algo assim.
And there you have it. We have successfully shot and edited a video of someone who does not speak the same language as us, which is really freaking cool. This could potentially open up a lot of doors if you're traveling and you just don't have access to a human translator. If you have questions or suggestions, please drop them in the comments. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see future videos, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Mas realmente me sinto muito à vontade no grupo, mesmo não falando a língua que eles falam. Primeiro, qualquer palavra que eles sabem em espanhol, eles sempre procuram utilizar e a gente se comunica, e também muito com gestos e com pequenas palavras, que fica mais fácil, né?